I'm Stephen Norton. I'm the drummer for Louden Swain. I live in Los Angeles right now and originally from Illinois.
Hey, I'm Rob Benedict. Play guitar and sing for Louden Swain, and I'm from Los Angeles.
I'm Mike Bora and I play bass. I live in Los Angeles, California now, and I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Hi, I'm Billy Moran and I play guitar for Louden Swain in Los Angeles, California.
And we are collectively Louden Swain.
70s.
70s.
Yeah, I'd say the 70s.
I'd say late 60s.
Late 60s, early 70s. 68.
Anything with
68, 69.
distortion pedals,
right?
or
Yeah.
kind of so 70s.
Yeah, Hendrix.
Yeah.
Like
Joplin.
Hendrix, early Zeppelin, Beatles.
early Zeppelin,
Doors.
Beatles when they were at their best.
Yeah.
Rolling Stones when they were like hitting the stride.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been, that was a
Peter,
great
Paul,
time.
Mary.
Sure.
It was a crappy time for the world, but a great time for the music. You know,
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
music.
And experimental. I mean, there was
Yeah.
a lot of experimental stuff going on. Early Pink Floyd and
Yeah.
you know, a lot of psychedelic stuff going on.
The first album I owned was Asia, with Heat of the Moment on it, and Only Time Will Tell, and then it was either that or Yes 90125. 90125.
Right.
90125. Yeah. So it was one of those Owner of a Lonely Heart.
Oh yeah.
Wait, no, was it Leave It?
Leave It.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tons of songs on
The
there.
acapella part of the band. Right?
How about you, Rob?
I can't remember the names of them, but I had that ELO album that was like you open it up and there was like
Was it the
Flying-
greatest
was it the
hits or
Flying
was it
Saucer
the
one?
Flying Saucer
Yeah.
inside,
Yeah.
and then I had an early Boston album that was the same way.
Yeah.
There's
That's
an
nice.
like Boston one of the great Boston album that has
For
More
long
than a feeling.
more than
play, more
yeah,
than feeling.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who you for? Huh?
Four
We
times.
happen to be in Boston.
Really long time.
I know. And
Oh, what do you got there? What do you got there? Well, how about that? Look at that! Look at that! That's a money shot right there. So,
Very
my
good.
first album was Journey Escape.
Nice.
Don't Stop Believing, I think. Is that?
cigarette
Yeah, that was a song that sold me to get that album.
Mine, I got two at the same time.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So
Spoiled
twofer?
brat.
It was a cassette. It was Iron Maiden, The Number of the Beast, and a band called Autograph, which I don't know if anybody
Nice.
Right on. Yeah. Look it up.
An old Neve board and and probably a big 2-inch reel-to-reel and a bunch of old preamps and compressors and a bunch of recording gear probably, and a vintage Ludwig kit, and that would probably be, and then like a nice.
All right. You don't have to buy the world.
I thought it was-
Jesus,
I thought it
how
was-
much money you
He
got?
said money was no
No,
object.
no,
No.
I
You
think
have to buy everything in the world.
I'd give if I had all the money didn't matter, I'd give some to charity. And then I'd buy like the double neck guitar that Paige used that was like acoustic on the bottom and electric on the top.
12-string, 6-string.
12-string, 6-string?
Yeah, an SG.
The SG, yeah.
And acoustic
double
electric?
neck? No, just both electric.
Or mine would be electric acoustic.
Double neck SG.
So I could play Over the Hills and Far Away on this part and then bust over this
Nice.
down here.
Double neck SG.
But they'd have to be close together because I don't think my arms are that long.
I think I know what Mike would get.
What do you think I would
I
get?
think he would get a big ass grand piano.
Good Lord, you know me so well. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Steinway.
Yeah.
Right? Steinway, huge grand piano.
Yeah.
And if money was no object, I would probably coat it in rhinestones all the way around.
Yes.
And
Liberace.
and dress up like Liberace. Just around the house.
Just as an FU.
Yeah. Just as and just dress up like
Just as a-
Liberace
yeah.
around the house.
This is a go fuck yourself.
Oh
Look at my
yeah,
piano.
absolutely. You know, if money was no object.
You know, I don't know. I guess I've just been. I'm more of an amp guy, so I guess I would just buy as many different amps as I possibly can.
Nice box.
Different guitars and just mess with different tones through different combinations, and that'll pretty much be what will satisfy me.
Yeah. Yesterday.
Yeah, that would be mine.
Oh, my
I would say Yesterday is probably the song I was
Or God, any Beatles song. I mean, Jesus,
Let
they're
It Be.
so good. Let It Be.
Blackbird's another one that I wish I
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I wish that I'd written Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Would you get more current?
I'm trying to make it more current.
Current like 20 years
Current 20
ago.
years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Billy?
You guys are sharing the same one?
Oh no,
We're just throwing out ideas.
We're just talking.
From a monetary perspective, more than words by Extreme. From a creative, I don't know. So many Pink Floyd ones, maybe anything off the wall. Yeah, Money.
Is a great song.
Just so many. Yeah, probably one of those.
There was a guy, oh Jesus, what was his name? I have a couple. Jude Cole, and it's not that no one has heard about him. He had a couple of records, like he had a couple of hits, but Jude Cole, and there was another guy that, oh God, what's his name? I'm gonna look it up. Well, I'm looking. You guys talk.
Look it up.
Look it up.
I mean, a lot of people have heard of this band, but not the mainstream yet. But I'm really into a band called Alt J that I just love, and like everyone I see, I try to play this band for so that they know about them because I'm just way into them right now.
So there was this band in the 80s that I don't think a lot of people knew about. It's a band called APB. It's a band, I don't know if they're out of Scotland or England or whatever it was, but they were kind of like this funk, really bass heavy, very melodic bass, but that's probably one of the bands that I absolutely love.
Billy, you go.
Yeah, there's a guy, a singer-songwriter out of New York. His name's Mike Errico. Just talented. He's a great musician, and he's just really beautiful voice, very Stevie Wonder, and you really should have more people listening.
There's so many guys that are out there like touring their asses off. Like Stephen Kellogg is a great Stephen Kellogg of the Sixers. I mean, there's not that people don't know about him, but like that just aren't mainstream.
Right.
Like
Not enough.
yeah, and I mean even like the guys that we play with, like Jason Manns and some of our other good friends
Buckley,
that we play with all the time.
guys,
Brian Buckley and those guys But the artist I was trying to think of, this guy named Billy Falcon, wrote a record back in the early '90s, and he was on Bon Jovi's label that like tanked after 2 years or something. But the record is like one of the most. It's like an emotional record. The guy's wife died like the year before, and so he was left with his child, and so he wrote all these amazing, like really personal songs about like love and loss and all this stuff. And I mean, there's so much great stuff out there that like people just never find out about because guys just don't get a chance really. So you got to go out and do it, get people to see it.